You're welcome back. It is still the AM Weekend Shows. We are back to have that conversation I told you about. We're going to be talking to an amazing couple, one that went viral during their wedding preparation, and ever since they have remained the internet sensation. I'm talking about none other than the very beautiful Angel Ihesilo, a content creator, and her amazing husband, Frank Ihesilo. Better still, Pastor Frank Ihesilo, who is a software engineer. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys look beautiful.
I like it.
What's the secret? Is it marriage glow?
No, really. It's God.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we said when we're talking, I told you guys what we're going to be talking about, and I have since watched your story from the moment you guys got married to the time. I mean, from the moment you went viral because it was during the preparation to the time you got married, and how you've sustained the consistency online, especially your wife. I mean, she's the star of the show. I'm sorry.
Yes, she is.
I'm sorry to break your heart. She's the star of the show,
I agree completely.
You know, she just made a post and it went viral, and ever since she has become very, very consistent. And I went through her page the other day, and there's just so much love pouring, and it's like, how did this happen? So how did it happen, and how did you feel when you stepped into that?
Well, at first it was exciting, but then honestly speaking, it has not really been easy trying to stay consistent. Even when you are tired, you have to be in these people's faces, unless you lose followers or you lose, people. So it has not been easy, but then I'm so glad that I have people that actually want to listen to me. That's how it's been.
How's it been for you?
Oh, well, like she said, it's been a mixture of pleasure and pain, because I'm excited to see her do what she knows how to do, not just what she loves doing. She's good with the camera, so I encourage her as much as possible to do that. But there are times when she doesn't feel like it, but I just have to push her to say, babe, you need to do this. And there are times when she wants me to be on camera with her and I'm not in the mood, and she would say, babe, I thought you said we need to do this thing without paying attention to our mood, and I just have to, help her out. So staying consistent has been one of our major challenges, but I mean, here we are.
Very, very amazing. But let's before we deep dive into certain matters, how has marriage life been for the both of you? Who's going first? Okay, I think you should go first.
You go first.
How's marriage life?
Okay, it has been exciting, and every day is beautiful, but then there are challenges, but then we're living through every day.
I like the way you're keeping it short. You don't want to give us details. Pastor Frank, I think you will give us details.
Well, I would say nothing prepares you for how marriage feels. So it's not a feeling you can say, I felt this before. It's different. No matter the number of books you read, it's a different thing altogether, because you're coming into a space with a stranger. So you need to have a lot of wisdom to be able to navigate it. And no matter how you feel, you can't run away. You can't wake up one day and say, I want to travel to clear your head. You need to stay there and fix, and put things together. And I think it's been a wonderful experience for me, because my wife creates a lot of enabling environment in the home. So it makes it easy for me to do the things, even the things I struggled to do before. She makes it so easy for me. So I would say in all, it's a huge win for us.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to ask this question, because you said something about being consistent. You need to be consistent on social media. Does it mount any pressure on you as a couple? Because now you have people that hold you accountable, that you have to show up for every single time, because you have to keep them. So is there any kind of pressure it mounts on you differently?
Yeah, sometimes actually. If you decide not to post for like 2 days, then you go to the comment section of the last post, you see people say, hey, we have been refreshing and we're not seeing any video. Where's the next video? So you have to be creative. You have to look for something to do. You have to look for, more innovative ways to make people watch you.
Yeah.
It has not been easy, I won't lie, but then I just thank God for my husband, because he will keep pushing me. You understand? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I like the way you said when you go through comment sessions, you see people saying they've been refreshing. I mean, it's one thing to have followers. It's one thing to have a community. It's another to have the ones that actually love you. So having people actually wait to see you post, what would you say? In what ways would you say that affects you and your marriage? In what ways? Because we've seen cases, we've heard situations where people bring their marriage online and turbulence begins. You bring your marriage online. So there's been that, it's almost like an anthem now. Stop bringing your marriage online. Stop bringing your marriage online. So would you say that there are any effects you've seen, either positive or negative? Because some people are quite lucky with the whole thing. They are able to. Or is it a matter of boundary? Is it a matter of knowing what to put out there and what you shouldn't? So, and if it is a matter of boundary, what would you say are those things that you shouldn't, that you sort of give yourself boundaries on?
And that's our question. Was it your intention from the start to bring your marriage on social media?
Actually,
or it just happened accidentally?
It happened. It wasn't my intention. I'm a private person naturally. I don't like sharing anything about me. But then when the video went viral, and it was no more than one video that went viral, I just decided to start doing it until I found a niche. So the pressure will be there and all, but I've been very, very careful to not post some private moments. I just post the ones that I know that will inspire people and make them feel that marriage is a beautiful thing, not the ones that, you know, they will feel that's somehow cringy. It's not like cringy, but then I'm just trying to be very careful, because I know that in as much as the media is there, sometimes it's not real life. There's a marriage to, you know, to work on. So I've been very, very careful with that, and God has been helping me.
Okay, so one of the things we have successfully been able to do is to ensure that every video that goes out, we both look at it carefully, and we're able to say what's the worst that can come out of it. So we are almost always ready for whatever comments that will come, you know, go on the videos and all of that. So because, you know, it's you might get to a point where you feel like you owe the world something because of what you do. So we try as much as possible to inspire people without losing our privacy. For example, one of our videos that went viral where, you know, the result-oriented man video, and somebody said you went to get married to Femi Lazarus. You know, people can be very funny. So such comments, we see a lot of such things, but because we already know we're in agreement, so we're able to handle whatever it is that comes with it.
It's good you mentioned this, because I'm sure people have been talking. I'm sure people have. How have you been able to handle, especially the negative things that people have said? How have you been able to handle it without offending certain people?
So my wife seems to be more prepared for this, because she would always say, babe, ignore the comments. Don't go. In fact, don't scroll. Just leave the comment. We are sure of what we're doing, so we just keep doing what. Sometimes we look at these comments and we laugh over them. Sometimes there are lots of negative comments, and she said, babe, just ignore the comments, scroll. We don't respond. Tomorrow we post again.
Wow. So apart from the comments now, are there other people saying negative things physically? Or, you know how it is, people start to give attitudes, or people start to have expectations. Have you experienced that?
Yes, I have experienced. When I posted a particular video, a family member told me that it's not good, that she's ashamed of me and all. I just kept quiet. I was like, no problem, it's fine. It's not me and you that will suffer. So I just said, okay, no problem. But I did not let it get to me, because I already know I know the kind of family I come from. So I just know how to handle them. So what I just did was that, you know, I just restricted some people from viewing it that I know that will feel hurt from viewing something, and just let the positive people watch it.
Oh, these are real struggles. Real struggles.
Yeah. For someone that did not plan for all this whole thing, you're really prepared to handle everything. It's interesting.
It's really inspiring. Me with my how many followers, with my small. Because I wonder how people do it, you guys that are really, really out there. With my small follower, sometimes to post something, godly something,
You will check,
I want to go and start, who will I block first of all?
I don't care.
I think you need to be sure of who you are. Like, you need to be sure what you're putting out there.
Yes.
If you know where you're going to, if you have a purpose of what you want to be, or what you want your people to see, because I know that social media is a big place. You can create generational wealth from social media. Your children can actually get good things from social media, connections. So you have to know where you're going to, like, and just make up your mind that this is what I'm going to do. No matter the challenge, no matter the challenge, even if you're not feeling well, just come out there. So that's just it.
I feel like I'm in a social media class now. You should preach to me. Preach to please. What would you like to add to what she has just said?
I think she has basically said it all. You know, I usually tell my wife, like, when she's not in the mood, I tell her, have you seen me any day waking up in the morning and I'm telling you that I'm not in the mood to go to work? I have to put on my laptop and I have to work. So if you must get there, you need to be like me. Wake up, put on that camera, shoot your videos.
Okay, so now it's no longer, is this just about building or documenting your journey, or you have plans of creating a business out of it?
Both.
Okay, both of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, earlier we were talking about something, how social media tends to influence people, how it tends to shape the way people's mind work, and how it tends to sort of determine what a person becomes. I gave an example during our chit chat, and I mentioned that, for instance, now you are multifaceted. So you post this kind of content, you post the other kind of content, you post the other kind of content, and one eventually blows up. You see, usually when that happens, there's a pressure for people to start posting that particular one that has blown up. Whether it's your pivot, whether it's the original thing you want to be known for, whether it's the one you want to front or not. But that's what the algorithm has done. It has pushed that one. So it feels like the algorithm sort of constrains you, sort of niches you, and even determines your destiny. So, you know, because if you don't want to, let's say you can sing, but you don't want to sing, you want to cook. Why am I using examples that pertain to me?
Yeah, basically, because that's your experience.
You not sing mistakenly on social media, and then it goes viral. You now start singing. So what's your take on that? Do you think that's actually true? And does it resonate with you in any way?
I don't really know, Sha, but then I just post. Sometimes I sing, sometimes I cook, sometimes they don't get viral, but I don't care. You're just doing you. I'm just doing me. Anyone that goes viral, thank you very much for going viral. Anyone that does not go viral, it's still fine. At least when people want to come through my page, at least they'll have something to see and something to watch. They'll see that I'm just a chill person that just like sharing her journey with everyone. So it's not like I'm trying to be popular or I'm trying to impress people per se, or I'm trying to, because I noticed that if you're under pressure to, impress people, you might end up losing your vision or losing yourself. So you just do you. Just be yourself. Just know what you want to do and do you. Anyone will go viral. We bless the name of the Lord. Anyone will not go viral. It's still there. They'll still watch it.
Okay, I'd love to hear your take on that.
So the thing is, the audience she has is mixed. Some people enjoy it more when she sings, and they'll say we want more of this. Some people like the comic angle. So because of that, we have tried to bring in a mix of the both. When we did our singing challenge that went viral, a lot of people said we want more of this, so we started trying to sing more without losing her original image, which is the comic face. So we just tried to bring in a blend of the both, because the viewers is what keeps her relevant. So we try to give everybody what they enjoy watching.
That's a community for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So the videos that made you go viral, which was basically planning wedding for 1 week, Abi, that was one that made
the planning before the wedding, the introduction.
So how did it happen? Like, how did you prepare for it?
Hi, it was not easy. I will not lie. The pressure, it was not easy. But then we just had to do it. We have already made a promise to our family that we're going to get married on this so date. And it was within 1 week. Like, we did our introduction on a Saturday, so the wedding was supposed to be on a Saturday. It was not easy. But then we just made sure to, spend our money on the most important things, the things that you cannot do without as a like when you're doing your wedding. So that's what we just did. It was not easy at all, but then
so what are the lessons you picked from there that you can advise somebody that is preparing for theirs now?
Okay, I'll just tell them that if you're preparing for a wedding and you feel like you're under pressure, just spend your money on the things that are more important and don't be under pressure to please anyone. Feeding 50 people is easier than feeding 800. And no matter how much you feed people, the money they will spare you is not going to meet up. It will not meet up with your budget. And if you have a budget, don't leave. Don't even spend more than your budget is. Right. And there are some things that are very important. For example, photography, your outfits, maybe your venue. That's what you should spend your money on more. Food, like if you don't want to feed people, you just tell them to come and witness and then you give them small refreshment. But then it's more important to spend your money on the things that are very, very important that you can't do without.
Mr. Frank, do you have a different lesson from there?
So not really, just to add a few things. So she said something very important: separate the nice to haves from the must haves. There are things that are nice to have but you don't need them, leave them. Then have the right set of people around you. Be comfortable with doing your event within your means. Then one very important component that helped us was the Holy Ghost. It's the one that can roar within you and call men to answer. 1 week was such a short time, but everybody responded when we told them. So we had people travel with us and all of that. We didn't have rain on that day. So if you put these things together, it's going to be easy to plan your events at any time you have.
So with what you're saying, with your experience now, would you say that you had a special, of course you've mentioned the Holy Ghost, but I'm saying around when you talk about other things now, would you say there are other benefits or other advantages you had? Because if it works for one couple, it's no guarantee that it will work for another.
Yes.
So if we're looking at it from a more general sense, would you say that planning your wedding in 1 week is ideal?
No. So the thing is, if you have a lot of time to plan your wedding, please by all means do. We were in a tight corner. So we didn't have a choice, because if we didn't do it then, it would have been left too open. We're no longer sure, because we don't know if the people we needed were going to be available. So we had just 1 week and we had to make the most of it. But no, it's not ideal. If you have an opportunity to take your time, please do.
Great.
Okay.
Nothing stops you from doing it when you have the time to do it.
Yes.
Oh well, I'm just, maybe because I'm trying to plan my own wedding.
You have that.
I'm just digesting information, just because one of these days, we need to walk down the aisle.
I'm not in a rush.
On a serious note,
I'm not in a rush. No, it's not consoling.
We need to walk down this aisle.
I'm not a millionaire yet, so I'm not in a rush. Anytime it comes, it's fine. It's not a big deal for me.
Okay, so coming to you, Angel, I saw the videos. In fact, I was there. Let me not lie. I was there. Would you say, because we talk about these things and we talk about how weddings have become content. We talked about it last week. How it's almost like couples don't even have their private moments anymore. From the moment you say this is the person to the moment you start planning, it's all about content. It's all about social media. It's all about, it's really, really worrisome. So, but seeing how you did your thing from, if not for the post that went viral, you would have still been a very private person. And then you did your wedding in 1 week, gathered 1 or 2 people. There was no, from what I saw, there was no intentional attempt to just make things big or over bloated. Are there things as a lady you would say you had to give up?
Yes.
Are there things, and how did you feel about that? Talk to me, please. Because one of these days,
every lady, I don't know, maybe they're different.
I don't think it's every lady.
Okay, maybe most of women, everybody wants something big. There's what you want your wedding to look like from when you are small. You want the finest dress, the most beautiful hair, your makeup, your cake, everything should be perfect. But then when reality dawned on me, that this is 1 week, you don't have time for that. I just decided to just be more realistic than dreamy. You know, I decided to do the ones that were important immediately. I didn't want to impress anybody. I said anybody that wants impression should give me money, send it to my OP. But for now, I'll just do the one I can. I didn't want to put anyone under pressure. I was trying to be because I know I was under pressure myself. I didn't want to stress anyone. That was just the thing for me. It was not easy. I will not lie.
So you gave up. What did you give up?
I gave up being dreamy. I gave up.
Would it be the gown? What would it be?
I don't know. There's a way I wanted my wedding to look like. I wanted the biggest, like 50 ashebe, you know, really? Like Lagos standard. But you know, it's not easy. But I just thank God for the women that God placed around me. They just had to do something for me, and it was really beautiful. Yeah, that's when I gave up, Sha. That's one of the things I gave up.
Okay.
You can do that in your anniversary.
Yes.
I'm not interested in a big wedding, genuinely speaking. I'm among those people that will just want to do wedding and go home. I don't want reception. It's stressful, yeah.
You want to, and they support you now, you want calls.
No, everybody have their choice. But I genuinely don't have strength for a lot of all those kind of, especially when you see people that now everything is content, the videographer, content creators, everything. Please don't stress me. Let me do this thing and go home. Genuinely speaking, because it's a lot of work outside. There are a lot of things to do outside the whole dreamy day. But if you want it, it's
okay. I still want to ask you, what did you give up?
I would also say the kind of dress I would have loved to wear.
Men are concerned about what they wear.
I am.
Only women.
Wow.
I don't know about men, but I am. So, the way I would have loved to dress, I didn't dress that way. The way I would have loved my friends to turn up and appear, I didn't have that. I just had to, be as simple as I could be. Some family members I wanted to be there couldn't come, and those are the major things, because my parents were there, but some other family members I really wanted to be there were not there. My friends couldn't turn up as much as I wanted them to. Only a few of them came, especially those in Lagos. So that's the major thing that didn't happen for me, but every other thing was in place. I mean, my wife was there, so.
It's okay. No, it's okay. You put your pepper out, it's okay.
My wife, my husband, thank you, my wife, thank you, my husband.
Let me question you. I say, my wife actually.
Thank God for my wife. Thank you, my wife. It's beautiful.
This single life. We're coming.
Jay, you're taking notes. God, you're about to walk down the aisle.
I'm about to walk down the aisle. I'm going to shock you people. But before we proceed, I'll just say, first I want to commend you because I see a lot of ladies nowadays. I mean, I'm not trying to claim I am much more advanced or something, but it takes a level of maturity, a high level of maturity to pull off what you pulled off. It takes a high level of maturity to, I mean, I was there. I was an eyewitness. I mean, to have to give up stuff, to say, no, this is not that important. This is more important than this. And I think that is something a lot of people are not doing. Oh my God.
People get into debt. On social media where they had to cancel the marriage because the lady refused one of the guy's family, a sister, I think, to join in them. That kind of thing we are having.
We talked about it the last time.
So these are the issues, looking away or saying that these are the important things and, ruling things off. It's not something you find easily around, and it's so beautiful that you did something like that. Very commendable. I think people can learn from it as well.
Okay. So any financial wisdom, please, that you'd like to drop to us, especially with planning and stuff?
So the first thing is, I would say, get a partner that wouldn't break the bank. You see, even if you're conservative, if your partner is a bank breaker, you are gone. Because you're going to break that bank. You need a partner that is very much on the same page with you. You see, we finished our wedding and we still had a lot of money. Didn't feel like we were dead. Not because we planned in 1 week. Even if we had a lot more time to plan, I don't think we would have spent more than we did. So you need to, first and most important, you need to be on the same page with your partner. If you both agree that you're going to, because there are traditions and there are traditions. The most important traditions are the traditional rights in the woman's place, and maybe if there are any, from the man's side. Every other tradition like reception, wedding venue, wedding dress, all those flamboyance, if you have a partner that is understanding, you don't need it. For example, we didn't do our white wedding on a Saturday. We did it on a Thursday evening. We just walked into the church and walked out. So if you're confident doing things within your means, you can do your wedding. Like I said, the most important things are the traditional rites. Anything outside that is an extra. If you can repel external pressure, you can do your wedding. There is always a way to afford it within your means.
There is always a way.
So it's just to get a partner that is
the same line with
on the same page with you.
Very
It's been
interesting.
amazing. I mean, it's been.
You're taking it in.
I don't even know. It's like you don't want to marry.
Hey, I didn't say so, but yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about that trend. The one that so this guy proposed to the lady standing. I mean, he did all the he did all the big things. You know how
Flowers,
they design
yes.
proposal rooms and all of that. He invited people. They had cameras all over, and then he walked in. The lady walked in surprised and almost crying, and then she stands before the man, and then the man brings out the ring standing and gives to her, and she said, she had told him, won't you kneel? He said, why should I kneel? No, nothing there inside now. Why will I kneel down? And, they kept on having that banter for a while. And she said, no, she's not, she can't continue. And she walked out. And, when you look at the comment section, when you look at what social media is saying, you find out that there are divided, people are on different sides. There are people who are supporting what she did. Yeah. And there are people saying, why would you reject a man because he did not kneel down? And I don't know if it was sketchy, because this guy later came back and he has given us follow-up videos that we did not ask for. So he came back and he said, why would you erase all the good I have done, for this one thing? And then question still is, why would you not just do this one thing left?
Yes.
So I'd like to hear, I think I should direct that question to you first. What is your take on such a matter?
See, there are things that are so unimportant. Kneeling down or standing, first of all, to me, it doesn't really weigh much, because before I made the choice to propose a lady, I have chosen her over and over again in my mind. So there are anything that would stop me from being with that woman, so long as it doesn't offend God, it doesn't matter. If it was a tradition, or if men needed to lie down to propose to their lady, I will lie down. You see the thing now. But if the lady as well understands that these things doesn't also matter, and I walk in and decide to stand, she knows that, there's no big deal. It doesn't mean that I love her less or anything, right? So I think it's really about the people involved. But I don't think there's anything wrong in either a man kneeling down or standing up, because kneeling down is not our culture. We borrowed it from the white man. So it really doesn't mean anything much. It's just that we have now taken it as part of our thing to do when we're proposing to the woman we want to get married to. So by all means, if you can do. And you also need to check if your lady doesn't have a problem with you standing. If she doesn't, if your lady wants a traditional man, please kneel down. So at the end of the day, it just depends on people involved.
Angel, please.
Just add to what he said. I think you should just know your partner. Like, if you feel like this your partner is the kind of person that does not mind, you can do whatever you like when you want to propose. Me, I don't mind, personally. The day he proposed and he wanted to need that, I was going to let the grant open. Let me
Sorry. Oh.
Do you understand? So it's different for people. And if you know this kind of person is a kind person, and it's the kind of person that you can be with forever, I don't think meaning that should stop you from marrying the person. And if the world has the way things should be, it's the way the world thinks. Like, for example, you have to, for people, they feel like after their vows, you have to kiss. after the vows. If you don't want to do it, nobody should
Very
pressure
true.
you to do it. If you don't want to do it, just if they finish the vow, carry your husband and go home. Do you understand? So you should not let those kind of things determine the kind of relationship you want to have or your marriage.
Yes.
Just know yourselves and short everything, like everything else. I have a cousin that her husband proposed to her standing, and they are very happy. Do you understand? So it's just for different strokes for different folks.
Now, for a situation like that where there was now a struggle, a long conversation, won't you kneel down, won't you stand up? Does it transmit something extra aside from? Does it trigger maybe you've known this person for a while and you think this person is okay, but having to see that thing play out, that scenario where there's now a conversation around dragging who is going to kneel down, who's not going to kneel down? Does it transmit something that you have to think about later? Or make a decision immediately there?
They point at a fundamental problem. I can tell you that they'll most likely have different views about almost everything. Kneeling down is so trivial. If a quarrel could stem out of it, there is a big issue that they both need to step back and look into.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, wow. These are deep things. And I must say that this conversation is a wholesome one. And I think that in as much as marriage seems to be a trend, everybody is talking about it, videos of marriage are going viral, I still think we don't talk enough about certain things. And that's why we keep seeing certain displays. You just stay, somebody will just wake up and bring one new thing. And it's a problem, So I think we should have more conversations like this. But in the meantime, I just want to thank you guys. I think your journey is so inspiring. I am so inspired. And I don't want to say God when. Because you say God when now,
It's not about to say God when now.
you saw. I don't know if you saw the picture of this lady trending currently. Her and her husband, they married. So what even dragged my attention to it is the post I saw yesterday from someone who had seen their marriage the last time and was saying God when. So this time around she posted it, God on when. On when. But I with what we've discussed here and with what I've seen, I believe that this journey is a very beautiful one. And I look forward to more exploits. I'm sure that there will be so much more exploits from you guys.
Thank you so much.
And we're still going to have another conversation with you on the show.
Okay.
I'm not going to reveal it just yet. I'm not going to reveal it. And that's a sign that you should stay tuned. Don't miss any Saturday show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
That was Pastor Frank Ihesilo and his lovely wife, Pastor Mrs. Angel Ihesilo. She's a content creator. The husband is a software engineer. And we just had a conversation about balancing marriage and fame in a digital age. Up next on the AM Weekend Show is our next conversation that I think you do not want to miss. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.